For the higher tier, we have to be able to recognize parallel and perpendicular lines. Remember, parallel are where the gradients are the same, and perpendicular lines are where one line is at a 90-degree angle to the other. So how can we tell this from equations? Well, here we've got an equation y equals 3x plus 2, where it's got that similar pattern of y is equal to mx, m being 3, plus c being 2. And if you're not sure what I mean, have a look at previous videos on drawing y equals mx plus c. Here's another equation then, y equals 3x plus 4, different to the other one because c has changed, but are these parallel? Well, yes, they are. The thing telling us is that the number in front of x is the same. So if we've got a linear graph, remember that means that there's no squared x's or cubed x's, and the number in front of x is the same, that means the two lines are parallel. Here we've got two different equations, y equals 3x plus 5 and y equals minus x over 3 plus 4. So looking at the second one, it's totally different previously. If you haven't looked at changing denominators into fractions, have a look at that video, because we can look at this and say, well, the denominator, the number underneath x is 3, so I can actually say that that is multiplying x by a third. If I'm dividing x by 3, I'm multiplying x by a third. So this bottom equation is actually saying y equals minus a third x plus 4. So by here we've got 3x, and by here we've got minus a third x. So definitely not parallel, but they are perpendicular. How do I know that? Well, firstly, one is negative and the other one is positive. So for it to be perpendicular, the number in front of x, one has to be positive and the other one has to be the opposite, negative. And then on top of that, the number in front of x has to be reciprocal of the other. So remember your reciprocals back ages ago. If you flip the number upside down, that's the reciprocal. So in this case, we've got 3 over an invisible 1. So the reciprocal of 3 is 1 over 3, or a third. So we've got a third in front of this one, 3 in front of this one, reciprocals of each other. This one is negative, this one is positive, so therefore they are perpendicular to each other. So going from 3 to minus a third means it's perpendicular.